get their advertising message inside your home. It is a growing new trend in advertising. Murray Feldman reports they send their sales pitch right through your cable TV line. They say it works.
That was George Sells, anchoring for a cable station run by Fox, and he raises a good point. Cable advertising did really change the way that small businesses could promote their services. But unfortunately, it's not 1985 anymore, and things have definitely changed a little bit. Let me explain. See, if you wanted to air an ad on TV now, you'd be paying thousands and thousands of dollars to reach your targeted audience. For example, if you wanted to air an ad on Canada's most watched sitcom, The Big Bang Theory, you'd be paying upwards of $300,000 just for a 30-second ad. Well, if you were to take the same ad and play it on platforms such as YouTube, you'd be paying anywhere from 10 to 30 cents per play. In terms of marketing, if we were to make it as simple as possible, it would consist of 2 points. The first being that you have to do it, and there's really no way of getting around that. And the second is whether or not you like it, it costs money. And sometimes it costs a lot of money. So that gets you thinking, when and why am I paying for my ads? And if you're not taking notes now, I suggest you do, because these are the two most important terms of the video. CPC, which is known as cost per click, and CPM, which is known as cost per impression. Let me explain these for a second. The first of the two terms I'll explain is CPM, or cost per impression. And what that means is that you're paying for every time your ad shows up on someone's newsfeed or their timeline, or it shows up on a video they're watching. And these websites choose who sees what video based off of the vast amounts of data they collect and what you specify. So on Facebook, for example, they have options where if you wanted your demographic for the ad to be 30-year-old men who are married, have 2 kids, 3 dogs, graduated from the University of Ottawa, live in St. John, and work in a hospital, you would be able to do so. So a small business would easily be able to specify a smaller demographic for their audience so that they weren't paying so much money, like TV ads, for example, where there's no control over who it gets shown to. The next term I'm going to talk about, which is the last one, is CPC, otherwise known as cost per click, which is the more interesting of the two, because you're only paying when someone interacts with your ad. So they watch the video in its entirety, or they actually click on a link you've provided. So you still get the benefits of the impressions where your targeted audience is still shown the ad, but you're only paying money when someone interacts with it. For example, like what's shown here, when someone's just scrolling through their Facebook, they happen to be shown an ad for a clothing company. But that company isn't paying for the ad if they've chosen the right settings until I actually click on it like I did there and scroll through their website and see what they have to offer. And if you want a number, just throw one out there. The average cost in the US for a cost per click is around 65 cents, and that's for a smaller business. Larger corporations are spending so much money on them that the price has been lowered. So that's a good transition, if any, to talk about what nobody wants to talk about, which is the money. How much you're spending and when. And the simple answer to that question is when you're advertising online, that's all up to you. There are 2 ways you can pay for ads. That's through a lifetime budget or a daily budget. A lifetime budget is simple. You choose how much money you want to spend on the ad, and when that budget runs up, your ad is gone. A daily budget is a bit different. You choose how much money you want to spend per day on the ad, and it will run until that money is gone. Then start over the next day and the next day, and it will run until you stop it. Both of these methods have their pros and cons. However, the way you can make the most out of them is monitoring your ads on a daily basis. For example, if you notice you aren't reaching your daily budget, what you can do is raise it, which actually increases the odds of it being shown, and then you can freeze it when needed. On the other hand, if you notice that you're reaching your daily goal too fast, lowering it will help, because even though it decreases the odds of it being shown, it will be active for more of the day, so you'll get more impressions, and you'll end up paying less per click, getting more of them overall. A lifetime budget as well can be quite intimidating, because there is the possibility that you can reach the budget within a day, and then your ad is gone. So the best advice in terms of money and how you're spending it and when is that you should keep a close eye on your ad, which all of these social medias and websites and services have, the statistics and things for your ad and how it's doing, you should keep a close eye on it so nothing unexpected ends up happening. In conclusion, if I could give you one piece of advice on the finance behind making ads, it would be you have to know what you want before you get into this whole process. For example, I would make sure your targeted audience is very clear. I would make sure you know how much money you want to be spending and how long you want this ad to be running for. And it's a very simple process if you stay up to date and keep checking the statistics and analysis that these websites provide for your ad so you can see how it's doing and you can change things if necessary. If you think and you notice that you're getting the right return on investment, that's right for your business, then it's easy. If you don't keep up to date and you don't check things and you don't have a solid plan before you get into it, it can be quite difficult. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment.